On today's episode of WatchJRGo, I am back with Scott, and we're here with my 325xi. It's gonna leave here looking a lot cleaner than it does right now. What is going on, guys? I am WatchJRGo, and today, like I said, I am here with Scott, and we're at the barber shop. Detail Dudes is no more. People were asking what happened to Detail Dudes, and the answer is there's one less dude.
There's one less dude, yes.
And now it's the barber shop on Broadway in Wichita. So if you guys need your car detailed, Scott's got a brand new shop.
Absolutely.
And my old shop's gone.
Gone, yeah.
The new owner no longer owns that.
Correct.
So that has been moved around quite a few times, and now Scott's here with the 325xi, and today we're going to try to bring it back to life. Now, personally, this is one of the roughest looking cars I've ever seen.
It's rough. The clear is rough.
It may not exist.
It may not, yeah.
Before we get into cleaning this thing up, let's do a quick walk around and show you guys just how bad it is. So you guys have seen plenty of this car as we tore it all apart and did that KW suspension, brand new brakes. We replaced, half the front end. All of the diff fluids have been changed. We've done all the mechanical fun stuff on this car, but the paint is really the kind of the worst part of the car. Of course, I did pull this thing out of a forest, and it looks like it was sitting in a forest. We have left this thing looking absolutely pitiful, like the day I picked it up from the beginning, so we could detail it today, but there are quite a few things we're not gonna be able to save. The headlights might polish out, but that's a maybe. The bumper has no paint on it because I think we did figure out this is a gray bumper off a different car that somebody did paint black, but the paint failed very quickly. Somehow this BMW badge is not failed. It's always interesting when the roundels haven't failed. Maybe somebody already replaced that. The hood looks rough, but it's just a lot of it's fallout and contamination. There's a chance the hood cleans up. There's a chance. Obviously, every part of this car has been rubbed on something for the most part, but we're going to see if she cleans up. You can still see where this came out of the forest. The tires are still covered in mud, absolutely covered. But the new brakes look a little better in there. And maybe, just maybe, we can get some of these old adhesive bits off from where the badge came off. I don't know why, but the badge always just said 5X from the time I picked it up. It's my favorite button in the world, that little tiny rubber button in there. Obviously, plenty of cleaning to be done all the way through. We put the back end back together, but this piece right here, this carpet piece, has always been missing, so we can't save that. I like the wheels. I know the internet hates the wheels.
The wheels are nice. I actually like them.
I don't like the stretch tires.
No.
But what are you gonna do?
Not much with that stance.
They're brand new.
Yeah.
They're brand new stretch tires.
Yes.
Anyway, plenty of work to do on this thing. We're just gonna jump in here and see. What are your thoughts?
Well, I'm doubtful on these weird sections. It's just really weird.
Yeah, because it's not faded right here, but it's trash right here.
Yeah.
What happened?
And on the other side, the doors look okay, but the rear is bad. Like, I just don't get it. I don't understand. The roof looks great.
Yeah.
At least
how does
under
the roof
dirt.
look good?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's really crazy how this thing faded.
It is.
So who knows?
We'll see.
Maybe somebody tried polishing this out and didn't know what they were doing.
That's possible.
There's so much dirt in the door handle.
I know.
It's stuck. Obviously, inside, it's absolutely filthy, just completely filled with dirt. We left all the trash in this. I wanted this to look just like the day I picked it up so you guys could see the transformation. Coins in there, junk everywhere. I brought the screwdriver, so don't worry about that. Water bottle in the back. That is the state of the 06 325xi. Let's do this, man. I'm excited.
I think it'll clean up pretty well. The headlights definitely scare me. Nothing the front bumper is gonna do.
Right.
There's a random zip tie. I don't know.
Actually, I have no idea what that zip tie was ever doing. It's always been there.
Okay. Yeah.
Usually, you remember all the BMWs before this, like E46s have the little lever, but this has a normal hood lever right there.
That's so weird.
So weird. I guess we could remove it as part of the detail.
We could remove it,
That's-
but it's character. At
It
this
is
point.
character.
Like, it's part of it.
I'm gonna remove the character. Possibly. It might rip the fin out.
I was gonna say.
Hey, got it. All right, one problem down. Yeah, sure.
We'll throw it away.
Let's clean this thing up
All right.
and see if it's any good.
Yeah.
Well, she sure looks better wet. There's no doubt about that. It actually looks like kind of a brand new car. We've done a lot of cleaning and there's plenty more to go. Just finished wiping down all the plastics in the engine bay here, and that's looking better after we cleaned a full tree out of the thing. I mean, it's a forest car.
It is a forest car.
Just typical things you see in forest cars.
That's true. That is true.
I don't know how many forest cars we've run into before. That might be the first one.
This is, well, we've ran into the sand car. The river car.
The Aztec?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Aztec might have been buried in a river. Might have been.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, I mean, every single inch was full of dirt in that thing.
Yeah. Yeah. This is better than that.
It is better than that.
This is much better than that.
That's true. We don't have to pull the whole interior out.
That is facts. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It's got that going for it. And, man, it looks good wet. All right, well, now it's time to spot free this thing. This was just the first foam rinse, foam hand wash, and now we're moving on to some spot free, and we're gonna see what a difference that makes. Scott's got the big RO system over here. A whole garden hose of RO.
42 gallons on demand.
Hey, great to drink out of if you need.
I mean, it is. I've used it, so.
Absolutely, you fill up your water bottle in a hurry with this thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't think you guys are gonna believe the difference Scott is making over here. He's been polishing out this car for an hour now. He's gotten all the way around to the back corner here, this rear quarter, and take a look at this. It's shiny. If you remember, all of this was cooked, all the way through there, all of that was cooked. This one door, this door right here was the one that looked okay, and now it looks incredible. Nice shiny black. I just spent a ton of time. Scott brushed out the wheels while we were washing it, and then they were still dirty. Like, there's so many crevices in these wheels. We cleaned them and cleaned them and cleaned them. I just sprayed them with rinseless, wiped down everything with a rag, and then did a final dry just to get them to look that pretty again. What are you thinking?
Well, this door is maybe the one that doesn't get shiny all the way.
It's the roughest one. I can see.
That's rough.
I can see.
Yeah,
it's fighting.
Yeah, it's fighting hard. We may get a little more aggressive, but
okay.
We'll see. I don't want to go too far.
Right. We have decided that this entire car was probably repainted. This door was left alone, and then they started here and wrapped around it because we can tell the back bumper's been painted. That door's been painted. The quarters, maybe a lot of this car has probably been painted, but the hood hasn't because the hood was holding up really well. So this thing is really starting to pop. We got a little bit more to do inside and outside, and we'll show you guys a finished product here. Also, I did do the headlights. All of that fog is inside the headlight here. The headlights have been sanded and they're ready to be polished, and that should wrap up the front end. So let's get back inside and keep wiping down every surface. I just finished this door, and now of course it's time to move on to wiping down the entire interior. Of course, we're not going to get all this moisture out of the headlight housing. It's going to need baked out in the sun, but the headlight housing is absolutely popping, and Scott is ceramic coating that right now to seal in all that work I just did on those things.
Got to keep them looking good.
Got to keep them looking good. Over here, you can really tell they look brand new. There's even moisture in this. Both of these headlights, they're not sealed super well.
No.
But I sure am excited for how it looks. They look terrible.
Oh yeah, no, that you'll actually be able to see the light now.
Yeah.
You couldn't. There's no way it was actually working before.
No way. You can see the halos. Everything looks good.
Yeah, the clarity is there.
Sweet, man. I'm pumped about the headlights, really. And we did. Don't worry, guys. We did spend a few minutes trying on the taillights, and whatever they sprayed on these, you can see it even has runs in it. It will not come off. I sanded and sanded. Maybe they cleared over after they put the black on, and maybe I was only getting clear off. So maybe I just need to try harder, but I spent quite a bit of time sanding. You can tell they're finished better where I spent a bunch of time sanding, and I got zero black off on the pad I was working on. So I know I wasn't taking off the paint. So unfortunately, whatever that is does not want to come off. Well, 2.5 hours of a lot of work, honestly. If there weren't two of us, I think it would have even taken longer.
Oh yeah, it would have definitely taken longer.
I mean, we had a full foam cannon rinse, and then a rinse, and then another foam cannon, and then a full hand wash and a rinse. And then an RO rinse, and then Scott polished the whole car out after he dried it, and I did the wheels and the interior, and we pretty much turned around this car in a matter of 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's really not too bad.
And if you take a look right now, take a look at what this looked like 2.5 hours ago, and then compare it to this. Well, it's time for me to get this thing out on the street and drive it around. I think it looks a million times better. So huge shout out to Scott here at the barber shop. If you need your car detailed, polished out, ceramic coated PPF, he can take care of all of that here. So I'll leave a link to his shop in the description below. Obviously, you guys know who he is.
Same guy.
Same guy.
New shop.
A million different videos we've done together. And that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop WatchJRGo.com for cool shirts, not like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time. Even after I said that we tried this, guys, we tried more. I hit this with sandpaper for another 5 minutes, and it's been sanded, 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 and then polished again, and it almost looks like we made a dent. But if it's a dent, it sure is It's a small dent.
Yeah, it's not a huge dent.
Man.
It's little baby.
So our thought is, if we want to save these taillights, it all needs to come out and then need to be sanded aggressively on the bench. And then a bunch more work needs to be done to get that finished. But now our finish,
It feels great.
woo, it feels good.
Yeah, it feels good.
Feels brand new.
Yeah, it's nice.
We did more sanding than the other guys did, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Or
you
they
did.
they didn't, because it had like the clear that was on it has little bubbles. And
Yeah,
stuff.
they certainly didn't prep well.
No,
Which is incredible that it's on there still.
it's still on there.
Yeah, and on there.
Got all this cleaned up, looking good. Can you just keep opening them? I don't know. I probably shouldn't try.
Yeah, I wouldn't try.
Sketchy.
Hate to see glass shatter today.
We still don't have carpet, but we cleaned the carpet we did have. So it's got just open subfloor storage. This is an upgrade. This is an open concept BMW. You
Open concept.
you have to have the open concept.
Everybody needs storage.
And your ski pass through is easy to access because the back Velcro in piece is missing. But so easy to access. You can just chuck your skis in high speed mode.
At high speed.
That's right. All right. Well, she looks about as good as a 5 Series wagon that was pulled out of a forest is ever going to look. And I'm loving the wheels, even though it took forever.
They do look good.
Plus, once we drive it around, the brakes will look clean again.
Yep. Get all that rust off.
It's gonna be sweet. All right, time to go mob.